see a lot of people doing is just neutralizing, where the person pushes into you and you just try to turn and get out of the way. Now, for fighting purposes, this is pretty good for neutralizing, but we have to take it a step further. Because of the body balance and the way your strength can be used, the way I was taught quick hands is that you're trying to focus on centering your arms in relation to your body. So just like you see the Shaolin monks, one hand is always in the center. When you let your wrist stay on your center line as close as possible, and don't pull your hands further past the side of the nipple if you feel yourself going off. If you stretch back this way, your hand is off your shoulder. You're going to be off balance. So I show you, see, as we go back and forth, we try to keep the relationship to the center line. See, this hand stops at the nipple. That's about the limit of your strength point. You can turn and redirect there. If you go further past that, then your body's off balance. It'd be easy to throw you out. Then you'd have to do extra neutralizing work, which we'll get into at the end. So the idea is to stay toward the center, and you use a ward off first. So you ward. Now ward off is like up and out at the same time. So your energy, see, don't fold like this. Also, you don't want to pull your arm. You try to keep the roundness, and you use a little bit, not too much tension, but the body turns. And then there are two turns. You see the yin-yang circle? There's always two turns in every move. So you attack. See, I would ward first. So you let your wrist go. You come in with a little pressure. I would ward, and then I turn them to the side. Now there's another little trick that you learn for Chin-Na and Swaga. I'll show you on the other side how to hold your hand so you don't get your thumb locked. Because if I go this way, my elbow pops up. He can easily lift my hand up. Or if he knew Chin-Na or Swaga, he could perform a trapping maneuver. I'd have to do a lot of extra work to get out of that. But we'll show you as we go along. Turn. Okay, now press it down a little bit. And then you come in. This is one basic drill. Turn. And this is training you for later to develop a pulling technique. So when you turn, you hook your pinky gently. The side of your palm stays on his wrist. And then, see, just a slight turn of the hip. You disconnect his whole body from upper to lower. It's the body structure you're working with. So here, turn. See, objectively, you don't want to attack with a flat hand. You see people doing palm strikes. They strike it with the flat hand. It's no good because you can get locked easy or it can press back against you. If you're on the same side, you can do it because your power is focused mostly here. But for this type of strike, cross hand strike, which is same arm versus same arm, we do here ward and then turn over. See, come in and then turn over. Yeah, see, when you reach your maximum point, you turn, come in, see, center and turn, just like the yin-yang symbol, the Tai Chi symbol. Then as time goes on, you learn how to relax. You can become a little competitive with it, whereas you develop the body balance. Okay, but if he's coming in too strong or hard, as you see what happened when an attack is going below the solar plexus, so you come in, or spear, you can turn your hand this way to guide him off to the side. You see how his body spun too far? So this is another thing why it's important to learn how to hold your posture and structure. So if I attack and you turn me out, I try to control how far I turn so my body's still on balance. I have solidity even though I'm still relaxed here. So if you could put pressure here or try to pull me, I can still adjust. Yeah, I can still adjust and change the posture. So he comes in this way, turn. Now if an attack is going low, you would fold. You could take it outside, go this way. And notice I'm sticking to the points, controlling the elbow and the wrist point first. So one turn over. Then he comes in, maybe he's swinging toward my gut. I turn this way. Okay? Then now a blow coming toward your face, you also use a spiral hand tactic. So you come into the face, take it up and then down. So what you have to do now, try to coordinate so that when, like if I attack your face, you spiral and then turn. Okay, but try to center yourself so that if you, because as soon as your arm is slightly off balance, your upper and lower is no longer coordinated. So you come in. Okay, now try not to turn too far. Generally you turn at an angle where you're still see the opponent ward. Right. So the basic drill is ward off and roll back pull. This is preparation for a two-hand drill where you would be practicing an arm lock. Now after you're doing this for a while, see up, spiral, take it down. Down. See if I attack down here. Now there's another thing too. Sometimes you see people doing moving footwork and push hand. Your ward off, there's a limitation to your strength. So if somebody's pushing and you really feel like you can't handle it, sometimes you might want to take a step. But now there's a trick. There are two ways of yielding. You can either let the hand come in, but at this point, like the old timers will tell you, you don't want anybody this close to the body because they can BaGuaZhang you out. So you have to be very relaxed. So if he presses when my hand is on my body, I would do like they do in the Wu style. You press in, I would neutralize him down with this weight. That's why they rock back on the heel and lean a little bit to pull the center. Hey, but then in the Yang style, the way I was taught by some of the teachers, when you come in and do ward, you never want your hand coming in closer than this distance over here. And then so when you're up to here, you can safely step, put the pressure on, right? I can still step and maintain the balance of the arm. But if my arm is over here, and you press in, and I go like this, I'm going to be off balance. Now also by the same token, if I'm here and he's pressing in, press, I can't step like this, I rock. So in the other style, your hand is here, he presses in, you rock back on the heel. So when you see different types of push hand, don't really pass a judgment until you know what the purpose of their technique is. So anyway, here you would turn, and then you have the free hand school where you would first learn to loosen up. Just learn to make your circle first, and turn. To get used to timing and moving with the opponent's hand and foot motion. And you try to unify the whole body. See the center line turn, but try to relax the shoulder. Turn in. And then after you get good, that's a big wide motion. You can make small movement also. After you learn, you would just be turning this way and try to capitalize on the opponent's strength. If a guy's coming in too strong when you're doing ward off, here's a little trick you can do. When you have somebody coming in strong, you take their strength to the side. You rotate the arm this way and bridge them off to the side like this, like high pat on horse. If the person's coming in too fast, what happens is you can easily rotate with a flick of the wrist, and as you see, your hands are already going toward where they need to be striking. So if you're rooted, you don't have to really worry about arm strength because your body is connected through the circle. You can shoot that force around in the loop from different directions. So now we do a little free hand, single hand, free hand first before we go into the drill. And you'll see like different points on arm balance, which I can't really show everything on the tape, but remember the 6 points of the hand is very important. The corners of the wrist, inside and out, the side of the knuckles, of course your tiger's mouth, the hollow of the palm, and different ways of using the fingertips. So you learn how to move the person's body like using a lever. And notice everything has a snake-like rotation to it, and a spiral, like in the BaGuaZhang, you must spiral every technique. See, a lot of times with Tai Chi, you see people just practice. It looks like they're making just a circle, but it's not. If you watch very close, you'll see there's a tiny spiral. This is always spiraling. When he comes in, it's spiraling, then it may reverse direction, so if you're not paying close attention, you don't see it. Now also too, you want to also keep the hand in dangerous because he can attack. Another trick too for people who do a lot of fighting, try to keep your fingers point to the ceiling. Otherwise your elbow's going to be in the wrong place. It's too low. If it's too much this way, you're too high. So try to keep your hand just like this. Your elbows stay down. That's very important for balance point. So as we do the free hand now, sometimes like see my hand is past the center. That's no good because really my body's off balance. If he attacks his shoulder, my hip is not going to be able to coordinate. So what I would do is sometimes you're outside your center, you can use the elbows, the elbow stroke. You counter to recover your center. And you see all kind of turning tactics you could use similar to BaGuaZhang techniques to imbalance the arm. So now I'll just do the freestyle for a minute so you can see, and then we'll do a drill, and then we'll do two-hand freestyle. And as you study the tape, you can see if you can point out the different things and why, well, you can check with Sifu Novell or me, and we'll point out what's wrong. And but you see how the push hand can be used. Now, you try to come in with the finger sometimes. See, Motley has a tendency to attack with the fingertip, so fingertip attack spiral because it's like an upward pressure. So you take it up. But also, I could go with the palm pressing down, you have to take it down. So you coordinate the hands in the body, so you don't attack. Attack your opponent's center. It's like a fight. You come, yeah, see your intent. You must be come toward my center. Yeah, turn. See, when I go in, I'm aiming for his center. That way, if I have to, I can spiral off and utilize different techniques. But it's all arm balance and relaxation. Okay? So you have to find the center line of the